Welcome to Champaign, Illinois, as the Fighting Illini are hosting the Michigan State Spartans as we open up Big Ten Conference play here in 2021. We're excited. These fans are excited. War Memorial Stadium is packed. A lot of buzz around this program as Illinois is 3-0 to start the season. The first time they start a season 3-0 in a few years. Michigan State as well, an undefeated team out of the Big Ten East. So we got ourselves a battle of two unbeaten teams. We'll see who walks away today. It'll be exciting. Michigan State's going to win the toss, and they are going to elect to take the ball, so Illinois will kick off. The Illini rocking their gray alternate uniforms today, a look that they'll probably go with once or twice a season, as Michigan State in the white tops and bottoms will take a kneel. And we are underway in Big Ten Conference play. Michigan State, always known for having great offensive lines and being able to run the ball. Connor Hayward is one of the feature backs in this offense. As it'll be Rocky Lombardi, the quarterback, who's going to take it, and he's dodging some defenders, and he picks up close to a first down there. Rocky Lombardi had an interesting season last year. Not the greatest season from a statistical standpoint, but he's looking to improve on himself this year as he's going to keep it again and pick up a first down for the Spartans. Lombardi working out of the gun as he's going to hand off to Connor Hayward, and he's picking up some nice blocks up the middle, and he picks up a first down. Michigan State into Illinois territory on 3 plays to open the drive. This defense is going to have its hands full today stopping this rushing game, as Lombardi is going to be thrown again, and he's going to dump it off to Connor Hayward. And that's good for 4. Lombardi, play action, and facing some pressure, he's going to hit a wide open Mosley, and Mosley takes it up for 13 yards and picks up the first down. Illinois is seeing kind of similar styles of offensive play so far for the first 3 games, as Hayward gets another reception there. And we haven't really seen a quarterback that can light up a defense or a rushing game that really just grounds and pounds Illinois so far, as Jordan Simmons is going to get that on the pitch, and he picks up a first down. And this defense definitely will have its hands full in conference play, as there's a lot better offenses in the Big Ten Conference, a lot better defenses too, as Mosley is going to get the reception for a touchdown. Rocky Lombardi, 4 for 4, picks up 37 yards through the air and a touchdown pass, as Michigan State move the ball up and down the field with ease. And we're going to have our first game break today as Michigan. This is a big game, as Michigan's up 7-0 early on Minnesota. They will be the Illini's opponent next week. Michigan ranked number 12, and then, of course, Minnesota will play Illinois later on this season. Cumbie, very dangerous out of the backfield as a returner, and he's going to take it up for 25 yards. Illinois is going to start at the 27-yard line. Isaiah Williams in the offense. He's going to keep it right on cue, picks up close to what should have been a block there, and he's still going to get a first down. That was Brevin Jones, the left tackle there, couldn't hit that block. As Williams is going to be out of the gun, and he's going to dump it off to Epstein in the flats, and Epstein picks up his first reception through the air. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 now. Williams, time to throw, and he fires to Luke Ford, but nice play by Michigan State there as number 45 knocks the ball away. It's going to be 3rd down and 6 now. Williams is going to roll to his right, and he's going to fire downfield, and he hits Cumbie, and Cumbie gets down to the 30-yard line. Nice play there. Cumbie gets himself open downfield. picks up 29 there, and the Illini are knocking on the door already. Epstein gets the carry, and he's knocked down. This defense will definitely be a test for the Illini as Michigan State blitzes, and Isaiah Williams facing some heat, and he throws the ball away. I think Isaiah thought that he would get taken down from behind there. He could have picked up some yards there if he kept it, but he just threw the ball away. It's going to be 3rd and 8 now after that, as Navarro's hit on the slants, and he's not quite going to get the first down. And there's your answer to whether or not they're going to go for it. Illinois showing no hesitation. They're going to hurry it back to the line. And Epstein's going to get the handoff, and he is stuffed behind the line. And Michigan State's defense picks up a huge stop, as just like that, number 99 there sheds the block, and just sacks Epstein behind the line. What a play on 4th down and inches. Lombardi with time to throw, and he's going to try to run, but he's going to get sacked. Who else but Jamal Woods taking him down? Jamal Woods now is going to have 7 sacks on the year. He's been so good. Can't say it enough. As Lombardi's going to fire on a screen, and Green picks it off. Prince Green, the true freshman, and he's got a pick 6. Prince Green jumped a bubble screen, as I don't think Lombardi even knew he was there. And just like that, Illinois gets the touchdown after all. Hey, if the offense couldn't do it, we'll let the defense do it. And Green with a little bit of showboating there at the end of the play. He's just a true freshman. I don't think the coaching staff will advise him to do that again. But how about that? Prince Green now is leading the team in interceptions now, as he's got 2. He's just a true freshman starting at corner. This coaching staff was worried about that position as they threw some of the guys in the fire. And they're very young. But he made a nice play there as Lombardi's taking it on a keeper again, and he picks up a first down. Lombardi has surprisingly been quite effective on keeping the ball so far against the defense. And he's going to fire to Alexander in the flats, and he gets stuffed there by Beeson. Second and 3, Michigan State. He's going to pitch it to Hayward, and he's not getting anywhere. That was Seth Coleman and Shimon Cooper there to take down Hayward. 3rd and 4 now. And Gillison's going to get the reception over the middle. Trenton Gillison picks up his first reception of the game. And Michigan State's already got 6 first downs here on their first 2 drives. Illinois has not been able to stop them, as Hayward's going to get another big rush, and he's rumbling over Illini defenders, and he picks up a 17-yard gain. Lombardi setting the tight end in motion as he's going to somehow evade some Illini defenders, and he's picking up a first down as he fumbles the ball, and Gillison picks it up. And Michigan State recovers it and gets a few extra yards there. Lombardi just avoiding Illini defenders, and he just shoved Beeson to the ground. Tariq Barnes is there to force the fumble, but Gillison picks it up. What a break for Michigan State. As you can see, Tariq Barnes there is like, what the heck, man? I forced a fumble, and they just got an extra 5 yards out of it. Tough break for Illinois as Barnes is coming in on a blitz again. Delano Ware there to hit him, but Max Rosenthal from Michigan State gets a 4-yard loss. Michigan State has their own Max Rosenthal. It's going to be 2nd and goal now, as Hayward's going to get the carry, and Jartavius Martin is there to save the touchdown in the open field. It's going to be 3rd and goal from around the 3.5-yard line. Can the Illini force a stop, as Simmons is going to get the ball, and he gets to the outside, and he goes in untouched for the touchdown. So far, Illinois has had a tough time stopping this run game for Michigan State as they get the lead right back. how about this? Iowa defeats Ohio State. Ohio State is now 0-3. What a shocking start for Ohio State. As you can see here, Iowa had a good day through the air. Spencer Petras, their quarterback. Illinois is going to face them this season, and that's a big win for the Hawkeyes. As Cumby's getting to the outside, he gets a nice return there on the kickoff. He picks up 40 yards, and that's going to put the Illini around the 39-yard line. As you can see, Michigan State just dominating Illinois. If it wasn't for that pick six by Prince Green, it would be a completely different ball game. Isaiah Williams gets the ball, picks up a block, and Epstein is going to get the first down, tries to evade a defender there. A good job by Epstein to pick up the first down. Nice blocking there by this Illini offensive line. As Williams is going to bail to his left, he's going to fire to Cumby, and that's going to be a 3-yard loss. Cumby had to come back to the ball there. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. Definitely an eventful one. Illinois looking to tie this game back up. 2nd and long now. As Williams on play action is going to get sacked. And he had no time to throw. That was Dowell there to get the sack. And that's going to make it 3rd and long now. As Williams is just going to hand it off to Epstein, and Illinois is just waving the white flag on that drive as they're going to punt the ball away. Hugh Robertson punts it away, and Gervin's going to take it up the middle, but he gets hammered there. And that was a dangerous play. That could result in injuries if you do that as a punt returner. As Barnes is there to deflect the pass over the middle. Nice play there by Barnes. Illinois electing to punt the ball away on 4th 11 after just handing the ball off on 3rd and long. And Barnes is in the neighborhood again, but Hayward is there on the reception. It's going to be 3rd and 5 now. Lombardi's going to fire a screen to Hayward, and Shimon Cooper is there. Witherspoon is there to finish the tackle, and this Illini defense gets a stop. Good job there by Witherspoon to come in and finish the job as Illinois gets the ball right back near midfield as Isaiah Williams takes it up the middle on a read option. And the Illini are nearly at midfield. Williams out of the gun. And he's going to roll to his left, and he's just going to take it himself, and he's just going to get the first down. First and 10 now from the 46. Williams all day to throw, and he's going to fire to Jafar Armstrong. Looked like a fake bubble screen there from Illinois. And Epstein's going to get the ball. He's going to try to get to the outside, and he can only get 4 yards. It's going to be 3rd down yet again for Illinois. This is where Illinois has struggled so far today. As Williams is going to take his time, and he's going to keep it, and nicely done by Isaiah Williams as he picks up the first down there. And Illini working quick. 1st down and 10 as Kamari Thompson gets up and high points another ball. We've seen him do that before this season. And great job by Kamari Thompson. He doesn't get a lot of receptions, but when he does, he seems to make great catches. As that was an underthrown ball by Isaiah Williams, and Thompson made a nice play there to go up and get it. As Williams is going to fire to, looks like Cumby there. Looked like he was open, but nice play by Michigan State to deflect that pass. It's going to be 2nd and 10 now. Williams going to hand off to Epstein, picks up some nice blocks, and he's going to get up for an 8-yard rush. 3rd and short now. Can Illinois get the first down? Maybe more. Epstein's getting the ball, and he's going up the middle. He gets an easy first down. That's where Illinois is at its best so far on offense this season, running the ball up the middle. Empty backfield for Illinois as Williams is going to try to bail to his left, and he evades some Michigan State rushers as he fires to Cumbie, who came back for the ball. And that's not going to result in a positive play. Second and goal now from the 7 after that 1-yard loss. It's going to be 5 wide, empty backfield again. Williams changing some routes at the line as he's going to fire to Brian Hightower, and he gets the touchdown. Nice job by Isaiah Williams to see the field and realize that nobody was on Brian Hightower in the slot, and it looked like a very wide open zone defense, and they get the touchdown. Brian Hightower with his first touchdown reception of the year. That's got to be good for him as he's had a couple big drop balls so far, and the fourth-year senior gets his first touchdown reception. Michigan State now with the ball, 2nd and 6. Lombardi's going to fire, and Witherspoon is there to knock the ball away. He almost picked that off. Good job by Witherspoon. It's going to be 3rd and 6. This would be a big stop for Illinois as we're nearing the half, as Lombardi's going to have time to throw, and Naylor gets behind Witherspoon, and he's going up the sideline. He turns on the jets and takes it to the house. Jalen Naylor just got behind Witherspoon, and once he caught that ball, he just turned on the afterburners. As you can see here, Lombardi hits him in stride, and I think Witherspoon thought he could jump that pass and maybe deflect it, but Naylor just took off and outrushed the whole defense down the field. And that's a huge play for Michigan State on 3rd down. They get that big touchdown. And now Illinois is going to have to respond here with 1:38 left in the half. So they're going to hand off to Epstein. They do have all 3 timeouts, but imagine Illinois is going to be trying to throw the ball a little bit more here with some urgency, as Williams is facing some pressure, and he's just going to throw the ball away. 3rd and 5 now. Can the Illini convert and keep this drive alive, as they'd like to score before the half? Williams is going to have time to throw, and he fires into traffic. That was a dangerous throw as Boating deflects that, and that's going to force Illinois to punt the ball away. Edwards is there, can't make the tackle, but Derek Smith is there in punt coverage, and he takes down the returner. So now Michigan State's going to get the ball at the 36 to start the drive, as Lombardi's going to take off, and he's brought down there. That was Jamal Woods once again. Michigan State calls a timeout to stop the clock. It's going to be 2nd and 15 now. Lombardi, time to throw, and he's going to loft it to a wide open Gillison over the middle, and they pick up a 1st down. Gillison's got himself wide open behind the defense on a few of these plays so far. So Lombardi with time to throw again. He's going to fire to Naylor, and they pick up the reception. That was a perfect throw by Lombardi, and that wasn't even bad defense by Witherspoon. But they're going to review it, as it looked pretty close. And, yep, Naylor's foot was out of bounds, so that's going to be an incomplete pass. But you got to give credit where it's due. That was a beautiful throw by Lombardi, and that time it wasn't Witherspoon's fault. That was great defense, and you can't defend those types of throws. Fortunately for Illinois, Naylor's foot was out of bounds, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 now. 46 seconds left. Lombardi's going to fire to a wide open Mosley. And they're inching closer. Michigan State now in field goal range. Lombardi, as he gets hit on the throw, and Naylor comes back for the ball, and he gets a touchdown. Jalen Naylor and Rocky Lombardi are putting on a clinic. And you're going to see Illinois here make A little bit of defensive adjustments as they're going to put Beeson, who's a bit of a faster corner, on Naylor as Witherspoon. He's the captain of this defense, but he couldn't get the job done. Cumbie's getting a nice return again as he gets up the line, and he's getting all the way down to around the 31-yard line. Every time we blink an eye, Cumbie's getting a nice return, as that's going to be huge for Illinois, as that puts them almost in field goal range now with 26 seconds left. So hopefully they at least get points out of this. As Williams is going to fire to Cumbie, who's wide open again. He puts on a spin move and gets down to around the 4-yard line. What a play by Cumbie. Cumbie's been a hero so far of keeping Illinois in these games. The big reception and the kickoff return. Prior to this, as Luke Ford was open and Isaiah Williams missed him. 2nd and goal now from the 4. Cumbie's not on the field, but it'd be fitting if he could get this touchdown. As Williams is going to have a lot of time to throw, and he hits Navarro on a drag, and he's going to get stopped short in open field. Illinois is going to call a timeout to stop the clock. 10 seconds now, 3rd and goal. Illinois got 2 timeouts, so they can afford another play here if they don't get in. As Isaiah Williams going to take it on the draw, and he was stuffed. Illinois calls a timeout, and now they have the decision to make, and they're going to go for it. This is a big call right here because Illinois is forfeiting an easy 3. Isaiah Williams trying to draw the defense, offsides. They might call timeout here. As Williams letting the play clock go down. And they're going to snap the ball. Williams rolling to his right and doesn't like what he sees. He keeps it for a touchdown. The running ability of Isaiah Williams has been so crucial for this offense. As Williams couldn't find anybody, takes it himself, and there was a late hit there on Williams. I'm surprised that wasn't called. You can't see Deal on the sidelines, but he's pretty irate with the officials for not calling that one. As Michigan State's just going to get it with 2 seconds left, and they're just going to hand it off to Hayward. And that's going to do it for the half. Illinois really struggling on defense, but they've made some big plays. On offense, a big pick 6 by Prince Green there. That's keeping Illinois in the game. As you can see here, Michigan State over doubling Illinois in passing yards. And that Prince Green pick 6 is proving to be pretty important right now as Illinois is keeping it within a 1-score game. The Illini do get the ball to start the second half. And that's where we're going to begin. Cumbie looking to make another big return from the backfield, and he's getting to the outside, and he's getting up the sideline again and gets up to around the 38-yard line. Kyron Cumbie, so crucial for Illinois. These kickoff returns have set them up with great field position in very key situations. Williams is going to elect to keep it, and that time he was stuffed. That was snuffed out by Kalen Gervin from Michigan State, who's had 2 tackles for losses today. Good day for him. Williams is going to roll to his right, and he's just going to pick up about 8 yards there. Third and 2 now. Can the Illini convert? Epstein's going to just do that, and he puts a nice move on the defender. What a beautiful juke by Epstein. Look at that. The cutback to the left. Mike Epstein, the 5th-year senior, has been so big for Illinois on offense this year. So reliable, as that's going to be Max Rosenthal, the fullback, gets that reception. That's actually his first reception of the season. 2nd and 3 now. This offense is moving the ball and looking good as Williams is rolling to his left, avoids a defender, and gets out of bounds. He picks up the first down. Favorable spot by the officials. That's Illinois' 10th first down of the game. Chase Brown is going to get the handoff this time, and he can't quite get to the outside. It looked like he had a first down and more if he could have evaded that tackle. It's going to be 2nd and 7 now. Williams facing a blitz, and he fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Boateng, and he's tripped up by his own fallen man on the ground. And Illinois turns it over. The big man Fletcher just came in unblocked and just mauled Isaiah Williams and forced a fumble. And Williams is down. He looks like he's hurt. Not sure what the injury is just yet. We'll find out in a few moments. So Michigan State is going to take the ball, and they give it to Connor Hayward for a 4-yard gain. You can see there Williams has an upper arm bruise, and he's going to be out for the rest of the game. A really tough break for the Illini, as for the first time this season they deal with injuries, and Isaiah Williams is going to be out for the rest of this game. It's going to be Matt Robinson, the backup quarterback, who's going to make his debut this season, and he's going to try to lead the Illini the rest of the way. As meanwhile, the defense is continuing to struggle to stop the run game. Michigan State doing a good job as they fire to Hayward there on play action. Michigan State moving a lot of guys, shifting, sending guys in motion, and Illinois hasn't had an answer for it. That was a beautiful play by Rocky Lombardi and Michigan State, as they're going to hand it off to Simmons, who breaks a tackle, but he's brought down there. It's going to be 2nd and goal. The Isaiah Williams fumble was costly. Lombardi keeping it this time, and he's brought down by Beeson. After it's all said and done, I think this defense would be happy to just walk away with a field goal. Here's 3rd down and goal. Lombardi with all day to throw, and Reed makes a circus catch for the touchdown. Lombardi with his 4th touchdown pass of the day. And Jaden Reed was working on Beeson, and that was just another great throw and a circus catch there. As we get an update on Michigan and Minnesota, how about this? What a game, 24-24 late in the 3rd quarter. Rashad Bateman from Minnesota, he's an NFL wide receiver. He's had 2 touchdowns. Big day for him. Zach Charbonnet is very good for Michigan on the ground. And Illinois is going to have to deal with a similar style of offense as they're facing today against Michigan State, except probably a bit more talented next week against Michigan. And that's going to be Matt Robinson, who hands off to Epstein. Matt Robinson making his debut for the 2021 season. Many thought he would be the starter at the end of last season, and he lost the job to Isaiah Williams as he dumps it off to Epstein there. He picks up a 1st down. We'll see what Robinson can do. He's not a dual threat quarterback like Isaiah Williams, but he's got a decent arm as he fires into traffic, and on the deflection, it's picked off. Unbelievable. Xavier Henderson got the ball at his fingertips right off the ground and picks it off. That's a ball that shouldn't have been thrown by Robinson. And Michigan State gets the interception, and that's a huge blow to Illinois again as Rosenthal gets a 6-yard rush. They just can't keep putting this defense on the field. They've been struggling. And just like that, Michigan State up ahead 2 scores, looking to go ahead more as Lombardi fakes the pitch, and he's going to dump it off there to Rosenthal again, and he picks up 15 yards. Michigan State with these play actions, fake pitches, have been very effective as Lombardi somehow finds Naylor again, and he avoids a defender. That looked like almost a broken play, as I think Lombardi had trouble with the snap, and Michigan State still gets a 1st down out of it. This defense is just reeling as Lombardi rolls to his right, and he's going to fire to Mosley for a touchdown. The wheels are falling off the bus for Illinois in the second half as Michigan State capitalizes again off an Illini turnover. And Rocky Lombardi has 5 touchdown passes today. He's putting on a clinic. The ground game from Michigan State's been very effective. And it looks like the Spartans are exposing Illinois on defense, as Cumby's going to get another nice return, and he's going to get brought down by the 41-yard line. That's been a bright spot today for Illinois, at least, is Kyron Cumby. You can see here Michigan State doubling the total yards to Illinois. And it's been a dominant performance offensively for the Spartans today. Epstein's going to get the carry again as Illinois is going to try to play damage control and see if they can get back into this game, but they're going to have to throw the ball a bit more and rely on Robinson, as he is all day to throw, and he hits Luke Ford over the middle there for the first down. Luke Ford, that's his actually first reception today. These are situations where you'd like to rely on Epstein, but down 3 scores, you're going to have to throw the ball out. And they're going to do just that. Robinson facing a blitz, and he throws another interception. This time it's Barnett who picks him off. Julian Barnett with his first interception. And that was another ball that just should not have been thrown by Matt Robinson, and he's thrown 2 interceptions today, and Illinois turns it over for the 3rd straight drive in a row. Boy, this is not what you want to see if you're an Illinois fan. As Lombardi on play action, this time he gets snuffed out, and it's about time Illinois had an answer for those play calls, as Seth Coleman was there to make the play. This would be a chance for this defense to finally get a stop, and they can't do it. Mosley gets himself open over the middle. And it's been a tough day for this defense, especially this secondary. They've gotten burned on some big plays. Lombardi under center is going to fire to Gillison, who gets himself in front of Barnes. And to add insult to injury, you're going to tack on a face mask by Barnes there to the end of the play. That's going to put Michigan State back in field goal range. And that's going to do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. The worst quarter of the season overall for Illinois, by far. 3 turnovers and 2 touchdowns by Michigan State, and they're looking to add more to it here, as Rosenthal gets a reception, but they bring him down. Lombardi's going to fake it on the play action, and that only gets 5 yards there. If you're the defense now, you're just trying to stop the bleeding. And they're going to fake the pitch again, and they fire to Simmons over the middle, and they get a first down. It's just been that kind of day for Illinois. 1st and goal now from the 5. Gillison in motion. Lombardi's going to fire to Hayward, who cuts through on like a pick play. And he almost got into the end zone there, but it's now 2nd and goal from the 1. And they're throwing the ball, and Lombardi fires to Havez Alexander. And that's Lombardi's 6th touchdown throw of the game. That's going to be a school record for passing touchdowns in a game. Drew Stanton, 2005, had the most for Michigan State, and Rocky Lombardi has broken a school record for touchdown passes on this Illini defense. Epstein's going to get the ball this time, as it looks like Illinois is just trying to avoid the turnovers. And Robinson's going to try to avoid throwing interceptions, as he's frankly had 2 of them so far, and looks like they're doing conservative play calling here, as this time he makes a good throw to Armstrong over the middle. They're going to see if they can get Robinson's confidence back up as he gets hit on that throw and fumbles the ball somehow. That looked like a forward pass to me, but the refs rule it a fumble, and thankfully Brevin Jones there was able to recover it, and that would have been another turnover for Illinois. As on the play action, Robinson just gets lit up on the blitz by Chase Klein, and Illinois is not looking too hot right now. 5 wide, 3rd and long, as Robinson's going to get sacked again. An 8-yard loss as the boos are starting to roar down at War Memorial Stadium, as it's just been a tough outing for Matt Robinson, coming in relief for Isaiah Williams, who's out for the game. And after the punt, we're going to jump ahead to 2nd and 4 here for the Spartans, as Hayward gets up and he gets hit up in the air and fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Keith Randolph. About time Illinois finally had a positive play go their way, as Connor Hayward did his best Titanic impression there and fumbled the ball. So he gets stood up there by Shimon Cooper, who looked like he was about to body slam him. And the defense at least forces a stop, and look at here, number 6, that's the 3rd string quarterback, Deuce Spann, is now into the game, as he throws a ball into the flats, and that was nearly picked off. That could have gone the other way. And I think Deal and this coaching staff, Tony Peterson, the offensive coordinator, really need to calm Illinois down here, as Spann keeps it up the middle and he picks up 8 yards. Deuce Spann is just a redshirt freshman. He can run the ball a little bit too. He's got a little bit of size compared to Isaiah Williams. And he fires to Hightower there, picks up a 1st down. This coaching staff likes Deuce Spann. They think he can potentially develop into a guy that can get maybe some NFL looks in the future if he develops how they expect him to, as he hands off to Epstein there. And I think it's a good opportunity for these young Illini quarterbacks to get some experience, as he makes a nice throw there against the blitz to Navarro. Outside that first throw, Deuce Spann has looked pretty solid in small sample size, as he's going to evade the rush, roll out to his right, and picks up a 1st down there. Deuce Spann starting to look like a veteran with his pocket awareness. And 2nd and 2 now. It's going to be a play action, and Spann's going to get hit as he throws and just gets rid of the ball in time. 3rd and 2 now. Just 38 seconds left in the game, as Spann is going to keep it, and he can't quite get the 1st down. It's going to be 4th and 1. And I think this coaching staff is just going to opt to go for reps. They're going to go for the touchdown. You might as well, with 16 and counting left in the game, as they're going to hand it off to Epstein. He gets a touchdown. Some nice blocking there by Illinois as they finally get a touchdown. That's the first touchdown of the second half. And they're actually going to go for 2 here. Once again, it looks like they're just opting to give Deuce Spann some game reps, as you might as well in this situation, as he's going to keep it on the read option and gets hit there, and he fumbles the ball, but it doesn't really matter, as Michigan pulls off the victory in Minneapolis on the road at Minnesota. That looked like a great game. Joe Milton threw for 3 touchdowns. Tanner Morgan from Minnesota did as well. Zach Charbonnet with 130 yards and a touchdown on the ground. That's going to be a tough offense to stop next week for Illinois, as Lombardi just takes a knee, and that's going to do it for today. Michigan State comes into Champaign, and they hand Illinois their first loss of the season. Rocky Lombardi with the player of the game. He put on a clinic on this defense, 337 yards and 6 touchdowns. A tough day for Illinois as they open conference play with a loss. Isaiah Williams wasn't doing too bad. He was 11-17, 96 and a touchdown before he got hurt. Deuce Spann didn't look too bad in his short sample size. And Matt Robinson, just a tough day for him. Only attempted 6 passes, threw 2 interceptions, and he was brought in relief by Deuce Spann there. Rocky Lombardi, once again, he put on a clinic. Definitely the best performance by a quarterback this season against Illinois. And on the ground, too, he had 32 yards. I thought he would have had more, but Connor Hayward with 68. Jordan Simmons had a nice few runs there. They were very effective on the ground as well as through the air. Epstein, his first game of the year without getting 100 yards, he still gets a touchdown. He got 91. But with Illinois being down most of the game, they had to throw the ball more often. Deuce Spann with a few nice rushes there. He picks up 18. And as far as receiving, Donnie Navarro and Kyron Cumby had decent days, 4 receptions each. They didn't get any touchdowns. Brian Hightower with the lone touchdown reception for these Illini receivers. That's at least a bright spot. You like to see Brian Hightower get his confidence up. He gets his first touchdown of the season. But it was just a tough day overall for Illinois. And Michigan State receivers had a good day. Look at that. Jalen Naylor, he only had 3 receptions, but 120 yards and 2 touchdowns. He just was incredibly effective. Very speedy, and he got behind Witherspoon there on 2 plays and just owned Witherspoon there, frankly. As far as defensively, Michigan State airing the ball out all game. Marquez Beeson led the team in total tackles. Shimon Cooper with 6. Tough day for Devin Witherspoon, the captain. He'd been solid so far until today. And Jamal Woods at least had 2 tackles for losses and 2 sacks. Kyron Cumby, that's a big bright spot for Illinois, though. He had 280 yards on kickoff returns today. Michigan State had a hard time stopping him, and he's a big reason why the score isn't even worse. As you can see here, looking at team stats, Michigan State just dominating Illinois, almost over double the yardage in total offense nearly there. Rushing-wise, the teams were about even, but it was just completely lopsided through the air. 337 yards to 153 for Illinois. Michigan State very effective on third down, 6 of 7. And it was just a tough day. Illinois with 3 turnovers. And they somehow have more total yards than Michigan State, but I think that's inflated big time by Kyron Cumby's kickoff returns. As you can see here, the summary of game stats. Michigan State through the air was incredibly effective. Rocky Lombardi had his best career game ever. And he did it against this Illini defense that really struggled today. You can see the list of recruits that are ready to visit. Joey Church made his visit this week. But that's going to do it for today's episode, as the Illini got humbled big time by Michigan State in their conference opener. And they're going to have to look ahead and move past this game. Next week, the Illini will be going on the road to face Michigan in Ann Arbor. And Michigan's going to be about at least a 2-touchdown favorite, as they're a pretty talented team. You can see some of their stats here so far. Zach Charbonnet with 377 yards and a touchdown on the ground, averaging 125 yards per game. That's some Epstein numbers. Joe Milton's not a bad quarterback himself. He's just struggled with turnovers, but you can see this schedule for Michigan. They beat Utah, Miami of Ohio, and then, of course, last week's big win at Minnesota. So they're a very talented team, a team that just barely is missing cracking the top 10. And it'll certainly be Illinois' biggest test so far this season, as they face one of Big Ten's biggest blue blood opponents. And it'll be interesting to see if Illinois can bounce back and if they can have a better performance next week. We'll see you next episode as Illinois travels to the Big House to face the number 11 ranked Michigan Wolverines.